beautiful souls! Welcome to On a Budget, Off-Grid, Expat Life in Barcelona. I am truly happy to have you join me on this another adventure. And I want you to know that your presence means so much to me. There were times as I walked down our muddy hillside road with a backpack on my shoulder, I often feel a sense of peace. The wind tries to pull my hood away, and I find myself thinking that perhaps life is trying to convey a message to us. Maybe it's whispering very gently, "You don't need that car anymore." I think back to the Butan tanks and the well water. I also recall how surprisingly heavy toilet paper can be when you're carrying it uphill. Sometimes I don't question the things that are part of my daily life. They just exist, normal and expected. Owning a car used to feel like this. Not a luxury, but something you work around, pay for, and complain about, never truly reconsidering. Until the moment when it stopped moving, I realized how much weight normal was quietly carrying. Perhaps life is whispering something else. Something like, "Good luck." Our car is 10 years old, which in car years is basically the age where it starts sighing every time you turn the key. I swear, once a car reaches that age, it develops a personality, a stubborn one. About a month ago, it hit a muddy pothole. The kind that forms after weeks of rain and looks innocent until it ruins your day. The rear brake was stuck. From that moment on, the car developed a grumpy character. Every week, there was a new noise or vibration, a new complaint. Little warnings emerged, subtle protests that couldn't be ignored any longer. A new reason caused my husband to grip the steering wheel tightly, as if he were negotiating peace between the car and the road. Every sound seemed significant, making each drive feel uncertain. Gradually, I began to feel uncertain as well. In early January, we called the dealership. We realized that the car required maintenance that could no longer be overlooked. They informed us that they were fully booked until the end of the month. Fine, we could wait. However, as the appointment comes closer, we receive unexpected news. The price for the maintenance had increased since August. The owner mentioned this casually, as if she were simply commenting on the weather. If you come now, you'll pay the new price. There was no room for negotiation or flexibility. Just the new amount and the choice to accept it. Of course, because nothing says Happy New Year like inflation. Suddenly, the idea of just fixing the car didn't seem so simple anymore. With all the winter rain, our road sometimes turned into a small river, trapping us indoors. We began calling other car service stations, looking for alternatives, something that felt reasonable. Trying to get the car out to visit mechanics felt like planning an expedition. Most service stations wanted to see the car in person before providing a quote, which is fair, unless your car refuses to leave the driveway without making a loud protest. Winter floods make life difficult in the mountains, and driving down a road that turns into a river every time it rains is impossible. So the car remained parked and we started walking. Somewhere between my third grocery trip of the week and the fifth time, the wind tried to blow me off the hill. I found myself surrounded by rain, freezing wind, and mud everywhere. Because philosophy doesn't replace bread, and you can't skip toilet paper. With every uphill walk, while carrying heavy backpack and shopping bags, the question became harder to ignore. Is this inconvenience or is it clarity? I started thinking about the bigger picture. Why is having a car so expensive now? Lately, it feels like costs multiply the moment you look away. Our car needs at least 2,000 euros in repairs. Probably more, if we're being honest. That's just to make it usable again. Then, there are tires, because mud-friendly ones don't exactly come at the bargain prices. Annual oil changes, insurance rates that seem to rise every year despite my car aging like a banana left in the sun, and fuel prices climbing faster than my patience. All of it adds up. Once a car turns 10, annual maintenance becomes a ritual you can't skip. And then there are the surprises issues, like doors that only close properly if you slam them from the outside. If you forget to do that, well, you get indoor rainwater sneaking in quietly. Very refreshing, very unhelpful. None of these costs are shocking on their own, but together they weigh heavily. Living up here, a car isn't just a convenience. It's a lifeline. We don't have city water. We need to fetch water from the fountain. If our water well doesn't get depleted by neighbors, well, that's another story. We rely on butano gas, which we usually transport ourselves. And unless someone magically starts delivering both to our mountain, going car-free isn't as simple as it sounds. If water and gas were delivered here, we'd already be car-free. But life isn't made up of perfect conditions. It's made of compromises. Life here still needs wheels. But this post forces us to ask questions we never asked before. How much does convenience really cost? Along with the worry. When you're on a budget, you feel every euro twice. Once you earn it, and again when you spend it. The car keeps asking for more money than it gives back. And you start to wonder, is it worth it? Or are we just keeping it out of habit? We find ourselves caught between numbers and needs, between practicality and exhaustion. We're faced with a dilemma. Should we fix the car or let it go? I don't have a final answer yet. Maybe we'll fix the car, or maybe we'll let it retire gracefully and become a very expensive lawn ornament. Perhaps we'll keep walking and pretend it's all part of a fitness plan. But I know this. Once in a while, life forces you to rethink what you take for granted. And this can happen in unexpected ways, like hitting a muddy pothole. And on occasions, that slowing down is the most honest answers we have. This blog isn't about blaming cars or pretending that walking everywhere is romantic. It's about realizing how expensive normal has become. What once felt essentials now feels heavy. At times, when life pushes you to slow down, it reveals the true cost of convenience. For now, we walk, we carry, we wait, and we think. Wherever you are, whatever you're carrying, groceries, worries, or a stubborn old car, I hope you find peace in the small moments. And if your car is making strange noises, just know you're not alone. Remember, self-care is important. Embrace the little joys in life. Please take care of yourself and wear a little smile to the world. Someone out there needs the light you carry.